When Miss Emily Grierson died, she was buried in an honorable grave called Union and Confederate. She used to live in a 70s style house that was once white and beautifully decorated. Now let me tell you about the dreadful past that Emily had experienced. On a casual Wednesday afternoon, both Emily and her dad, Mr. Grierson, had lunch together in the dining room.
So Dad, how's life going this day? Everything fine?
I've never been so alive. After your aunt passed away, life seems so peace.
Father! Father! Tobe, what's going on with him?
I don't know, ma'am. I think he might be choking.
Emily's father, Mr. Grierson, tragically died by choking on his own food whilst having lunch with her daughter. Soon after the rumor spread, the word eventually got to her cousins. Several days later, they came to visit poor Emily.
Emily, would you mind opening this door for us? Please, Emily.
I'm not in the mood to talk. Please stay away from me.
But
Stay away from me.
The poor woman Emily remains depressed after the disappearance of her father keeps haunting her every night. Her depressed feelings made her unwillingly to dispose and bury the corpse of her father, because she always wanted to see his face every day of every hour. Days, weeks, months passed. The depression that lurked around Emily's head had somewhat vanished, and Emily regained her lust to live life again. By doing so, she decided to live like a normal adult and tried to find a man that would fill her life. Then one day, at the time when there was construction workers working in front of her house, a man knocked on the door.
Coming.
Afternoon, ma'am. I was just wondering if by any chance we were interrupting your afternoon.
No, I don't mind the noise actually.
Well, okay then. So I was thinking you and I can have a walk. Maybe to the market?
To the market? Well, of course. Around 10 in the morning.
Perfect.
who has that, Mom?
Oh, just a handsome man asking me out.
Wow, that's great.
The next morning, the two of them would take a walk to the market. Unexpectedly, the citizens around her would then tease Emily. Little did she know that Homer is a homosexual. Emily suppressed her feelings until Homer parted ways after visiting the market. Feeling depressed again, she went to a pharmacist to spend money for a jar of arsenic, not for getting rid of rats, but for getting rid of herself.
May I help you, ma'am?
I need poison.
For killing rats, I'd recommend
What's the best you got?
arsenic.
Yes, sure. Just give me that one first.
But you'll need to fill the document first, so we know that you'll be using it for.
I don't care. Just give it to me.
She went home and took a moment to decide whether or not she will commit suicide. Luckily, she said no to herself and thought that age will kill her, sooner or later. The next day, Emily was confused to why there was a racket near her house. It turns out that her neighbors were complaining to the mayor about the unpleasant smell that her father's corpse created. Later that night, the mayor himself and a couple of others knocked on Emily's door to ask permission to get rid of the body, also the smell.
Tobe, get that please. Also tell them to get rid of the corpse. It's about time he gets buried anyway.
Sure thing, ma'am. Anything else?
That's it. Hurry now.
Evening, sir. Sorry to bother you at night, but everybody around here is complaining about an unpleasant smell. Would you mind if me and my boys took care of it? Egg mayor, but make it fast. Your thing.
The mayor and his mates got rid of the body in an instant. They also took care of the smell by sprinkling lime water near the core of the smell. Couple of days later, Emily was constantly receiving mails about her unpaid taxes. Again, the mayor alone took a visit to her house.
Mayor, what's going on? I need to talk with Miss Emily. She around? Come this way, please. Miss Emily, I know I come here often, but I would like to ask about the mails that we have sent to you.
If the taxes we are talking about, I'm not answering.
But you have to follow the rule book. You must pay the tax.
See Colonel Sartoris.
But Miss
No, but see him instead. I don't pay taxes.
Nothing much happened after she had lost everything. She went on living a life in her old house that was never taken care of. Years later, she would die from an unknown sickness that had been in her body all her adult life.